As we head into your weekend, we're tracking in some rain and snow squalls right across southern Ontario, including the GTA, and some very strong winds for your day Sunday, with some colder temperatures feeling a lot more like winter.
Vern 2 in the back. I'm feeling it, but it's not too bad, to be honest. And we're going to go across some fields out of this path and then to the wood line and hopefully find somewhere suitable to pitch the tent, and also somewhere with a decent water supply that's not frozen too much. It's going to be a dark pitch tonight. Yes, I'm not sure how much more filming I'm going to be doing, as the forest in front of me is looking pretty dark. Yeah, there's a pine plantation to my right, but there's too many low branches. So we're going to keep walking until we get somewhere decent. Temperature outside right now, probably -10, well -2, but the wind chill's -10. But I'm actually starting to sweat, so it's time to unzip the jacket, because we don't wet clothes, do we? There. That's better. Yeah, I can understand why they do pine plantations, but it's always dead inside them. And the ground just, they seem devoid of life. Okay, I'm gonna spin you around because I'm blinding myself. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off now because I just need to find a place to pitch the tent, because I can barely see in front of my hands. Delicious. A swamp. Let's try and get too wet, shall we? Yeah. That didn't sound good. Oh man. Oh, there we go. And he's across. Well, I found a spot. Looks fairly level. I'm just going to clear some of the brush out the way. Let's have a look up. Yeah. I'm just seeing if there's any widow makers above me, because that wouldn't be pleasant, would it now? No, it looks pretty good. Oh, what's this over here? Kind of a swampy lake. So, finally set up. I got my one Tigress chair with me. That's a really comfy chair. So I think I'm going to make a fire this evening as well. I'll give you a quick look around camp. We've got a little light in the tree. Tent's pitched. Hear the train in the background. So there's my little fire maple Polaris stove. So let's talk about this mat. I got this off AliExpress. Yeah, it might take a month to get stuff, but it was dirt cheap. I'll put the link up once I get the video out. But it was 1.5 meters by 2 meters, and it just fits absolutely perfect in the tent. So a little bit of, it's not going to do much on its own, but it's a bit more, you know, reflective layer. So I'll show you my sleep system. So I have my old military foamy there, and then one of those thermarests with the silver foil on top, so it'll help reflect some heat. And then I have a UL 140 air mattress and my mountain equipment co-op winter bag. And I've got this little pillow here. Well, it's not so little, is it? But it's my Thermarest Argo blanket, but it doubles as a pillow. So quite nice. Once I get in later on, I'll give you a bit of a tour from the inside. I think my next priority is going to get a fire going. It's a chilly night, -8 out, so lots of dry twigs around. Yeah, sounds like a plan. I'll bring you back after I get the fire going. So I've got a fire pit made, cleared the dead leaves from around so don't set the forest on fire. Now we need some birch bark. Oh, we got swamp birch here. I think that's the name, swamp birch. Yeah, silver birch and the swamp birch, because these always grow near swamps. So you don't hurt the tree when you're just peeling thin pieces off, because they're already sloughing off. It's just the people who take the bark and girdle it all the way around, and that's how a tree gets killed. So it used to be trees with respect. There we go. Okay, and I collect a few more piles of birch bark, and then I'll bring you back once we get the fire going. We have ignition. So this little bit of kit, the Soto, see it extends, so it looks really good for not burning your hands when you're lighting your stove. Okay, we got some smoke and some flames. That's a good sign. I know this forest, there are coyotes roaming around, as you see a lot of deer bones that are being chewed upon, but I'm not too worried. I've got some protection, and once you get a fire going, your things usually stay away from you. So I'll stoke the fire up, get a few more branches on now it's taken, and then I guess I should get some dinner. Well, I did realise something. I drank the last of my water walking in, so I do have my filter with me, so now I can head to the swamp. So now I'm just trying to find a decent spot that I can actually get my filter in. Not a fan of swamps. Okay. So, we can do this. Okay, and a filter, and then bring you back once I've got some water, because I don't know how I'm going to put the camera and give you enough light to see me filtering. And I'll show you what I'm dealing with anyway. Yeah, delicious. Delicious. Lots of nutrition in there. Anyway. So that's a success. So the filter I use is a Survivor filter. It comes in two models. One's a regular hand pump one, and one's electric. But I sooner do the hand pump. I mean, it doesn't take that long to filter. I think this one's good down to 0.1 microns, so Cryptosporidium and Gardia and all the other nasty little wigglies, it takes care of. Check it out, my feet are on fire. Look at that, well they're steaming anyway. How about the other one? Yeah, that one's not doing too bad. A little view outside. Alright, time to get this dinner going. Well, certainly tons of room in the tent. I'm kneeling up right now, and I'm not lacking for headspace, to be honest. Alright, where to put my water? Oh, bollocks. Seriously. Forget the tent, get my boots on, I'm going to get the water off the chair. There you go. Yeah, I did. I left it on the chair. Oh well, oh. Let's get my boots off and try again. Oh, God. There we go. Alright, let's bring you closer in. 400ml water with contents. Mix well, bring to boil, stir consistently. Not consistently, constantly. Reduce heat and simmer for 2 to 4 minutes. Put lid on, turn off, stand for 15 minutes. Done. Yes, boy. Nice little flame going. Yeah. Alright, let's turn that down a bit. What is this for dinner? Braised pork with wine and mushroom sauce. Delish. Tell you, it doesn't smell delish. I wonder if I could have done it in there. I wonder if I could have done it in the bag. I probably could. Save on dishes, but it does say mix well, bring to a boil. Yeah, you can't really bring that to a boil, can you? Unless you can dip it in the water. Anybody know who's ever had these happy yak meals? Because I have no clue. So I'm waiting 12 to 15 minutes now. Right, almost 8:45. I'll bring you back at 5 to 9 when dinner's ready. Dinner's served. Let's get propped up on here. God, my eyes are shit. Don't smell. Oh, freaking hell. Don't smell too bad. So a taste. Oh, what is that? What do they call it? Happy yak. I want. Interesting. Oh well. The pasta looks nice here. Look at that. See the pasta? Well, let's have a. What's the other bits in there? What is that? Maybe I didn't leave it long enough. Oh, I left it 15 minutes. Oh well, it's dinner. Eating a lot worse. Do some getting the calories in. So I'm nice and toasty when I go to sleep tonight. Good God. Good night. I'll spill on myself. What is that? Oh yeah. Oh, minging. So what made me decide to start a YouTube channel? In the past I've always been very, how can I put this? I like my privacy. And I don't like, you know, to be front and at center of attention and stuff. But I thought, I've been watching YouTube videos for years. I watch more YouTube videos than TV now, actually. And then I've always loved backpacking ever since I was little, before I moved to Canada, that is. My stepdad, oh, it's for another bite. My stepdad was an influence, big influence, as we used to go to, we lived in Nottinghamshire, and we used to go up to the Peak District every Sunday, actually, and used to go walking around, you know, Mamtor and around Castleton and Edale and all those places, like Bakewell, Buxton, know those towns like the back of my hand. So saying that, that's what, you know, give me a love for the outdoors, really. I remember walking in the old, we used to call them cagoules, the old Peter Storm Pack-a-Mac, which Billy Connolly fondly used to make fun of. But I think the most memorable walks were when it was raining, when the weather was inclement. I used to love walking. Because then it felt like a challenge, didn't it? Well, right, tonight, yeah, it's -8, but well, the flames are going good over there. Jesus. So yeah, even though it's -8 tonight and there's still, you know, a few snow flurries around, it's not in the big scheme of things. I find -8 here in Ontario, the humidity is like, how can I explain this? Start again. So compared to temperatures in England, say in the Peak District, you know, I was back home in January, and we were doing some walks, and it might have been 1 degree out, 1 or 2, you know, +2, but the moisture and the dampness in the air, I feel I'm colder there than like tonight at -8. Like, I don't have my big jacket on, I've just got a you know, under base layer on, and my old Helly Hansen fleece. So makes a huge difference, the humidity levels, I suppose, and waffling. It's slowly starting to taste a bit better now. Now the what is it? Oh, now the pork is starting to soften up a bit. So I think the plan for after dinner: clean up the pot, clean up the stuff I spilt, and have a beer by the fire. I think that sounds good. And then clean my teeth and off to bed. I was playing back some of the earlier video from today when I was crossing the field. I look like I'm doing this, looking a bit shifty. So instead of editing it out like shifty bastard, the reason why I was looking shifty around is because I had the drone up in the sky, and I couldn't actually see it. It was behind a cloud, so that's why I was doing the shifty look. But I did find it. And that field, like talking about vlogging, I probably walked across that field about 5 times. Halfway across, go past the GoPro, stop, turn the GoPro around, keep walking, go back again, pick up the camera, go back to the beginning again, get the drone in the air, and then rinse and repeat. it's actually beneficial because you're getting fit doing 4 or 5 times the distance. Just got the fire cranked up a little bit, warm the hands, and then inside the tent for the night. Nice little night shot of the tent before I get in. Another bit of kit that I bought recently are these trousers off Amazon. The company's called Outdoor Sports. They're actually, yeah, I'll show you inside, fleece lined. So I wore them coming in earlier today, you know, -8 whatever, and it was my legs are sweating, actually too warm. But if you do order them, right, let's get the sizing. These are US 36, Japanese 3XL. So I'm around a 33, 34. So I just size one up, and they're around $50. What's that, about 25 quid or something? Very really impressed, and the material's really thick. The only thing I would like on them is if they made the bottom zippered. If you're wearing big old winter boots like that, it's a bit of a bugger to pull them over. But I will definitely, yeah, when these wear out, I'll definitely buy another pair, and they come in different colours too. So if you don't like green, which is my favourite colour, then well, yeah, lots of choices. So that was a long day. So I finally tucked up in bed, and could hear some more coyotes outside, but it sounded like they were going away instead of coming towards me. But like I say, I got some protection, so as long as they don't start eating the tent, I care more about the tent than myself. So I'll call it a night, and I'll talk to you in the morning. Good morning. Not too bad a night. I had a fairly decent sleep. I had a cacophony of, seemed like 100 crows outside this morning. Maybe they were unhappy I was sleeping in their neighborhood. There was no real weather, just cold. But there's no dampness anywhere, so I feel. And I did have it buttoned up pretty tight last night. Yeah, very pleased. We can see a couple of little drops, but they're on the outside between the fly and the inner. So hey, if it's on the outside, who cares? Time to get up, have a brew, and then get some brekkie on the go. So I remember I was going to do that experiment in the morning, testing the temperatures of in the sleeping bag below all the mattresses, and see how much heat transfer has gone to the ground. Okay, in the sleeping bag itself, so 19, so 15 under the bag, 13, 12, and last one, 10. Let's have a look outside. My own private swamp. Not a very exciting brekkie, but filling nonetheless. A couple of yogurts, apple, and a couple of protein bars. And a big mug of tea. Right, you can go in there as well, tea bag. Oh, bollocks. %% cream, yum. I do make my own spoons, bowls and stuff on a pole lay too, so before I bought this one, this cheapie off AliExpress, I made this one because normal spoons are just too small to get down into your dehydrated food pack. So I think I'll start making some more of these though, try and model them more a bit on this shape. Oh, that's a nice welcome sight. The big orb in the sky. Let's take a look at this delightful swamp. You can still see some ice on the top. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think they're having another rave. Well, that's the spot I got the water from last night. It's pretty amazing what trees do to survive. Now look at that shaggy birch, or I call it swamp birch. And look at it, it's basically a trunk. Horizontal trunk. And then the roots are on land. Seems to be happy there, doesn't it? Tent's looking good, blending into its surroundings. A bit of moisture there. Oh, that's from my cooking probably, wasn't it? I was boiling the water this morning. Oh yeah, you can see, look. Now everything's out of the tent, here's a quick look at the AliExpress mat that I got. I think they actually designed it for this tent, by the looks of it. Fits perfect. Breakfast is finished, time to clear up my mess, get the tent down, and I'll bring you back before we head out again. Quick check for pegs, and leave no trace. Done. Well, I had a great night in the Nortent Vern too. No problems whatsoever. Although there was no weather to speak of, so I can't really say I tested it in weather, can I? It was -8, but that's just a temperature. It's got nothing to do with the strength of the tent. Now this looks like some old logging track. Yeah, it's definitely time for a new mat. That Trekology is like really thick and comfortable, but it just doesn't hold the heat, no matter what you do with it. It'd be great for summer or for floating around in the lake, but that's about it. One Tigress has a new mat that's just coming out in the market. The American guy, Outdoor Gear Review, he did a quick review on it. He seems to like it. So hopefully I can get my hands on one of those, as they're not too pricey compared to a lot of the other companies with their bloated prices. I guess I could have filled my water bottles up from this little stream. Oh, they're back again. They're probably all hung over from the rave. Heading back through the pine forest now. Probably about another mile left. Wow, you can feel the temperature change as soon as you come in here. Well, this big ash didn't much enjoy its lifetime amongst these pines, did it? So last field to cross, and then back at the car. So what did I learn this trip? Time for a new sleeping bag. As you know, when you like the older synthetic field sleeping bags, once you've washed them a few times, they just turn into like tennis balls, and with huge voids in between. Another bonus this time of year is there's not many people out. I had the whole place, the whole forest to myself. It's fantastic. Apart from the crows that decided it was their yearly rave party. But it is their house anyway, isn't it? We're talking about the Vern too. Great tent. Cannot fault it in any way, actually. But I think that will be moving forward. It'll be split. It'll be, somebody else will be sleeping in there, and we'll split up the weight between us. I don't mind the weight, but it takes a lot of room up in your pack. Obviously, a big four-season mountaineering two-man tent. This is the last field, and the road's just over the hill there. So I think I'm going to sign off now. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Any constructive comments, kind comments. I got broad shoulders, so I don't take too much offense for things. But yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.